I believe in you, James Gunn. You have people out here saying that you cannot make DC great again. You have people out here calling you the second coming of Jeffrey Epstein. If that's the case, don't ever make a Teen Titans movie for the love of God. But I believe in you, James Gunn. I do think you can make the right choices. I think you can put this train back on track. We can do it. I have faith in you, bro.
So listen to everybody. Nobody believes in you. What are you prepared to do about it? Don't let no one come into your house, take your meal, do what you need to do today. I'm not nervous. I'm just telling you.
So James Gunn responded to a fan on Twitter saying this: are you and your partner planning to give more DC character TV shows that'll add to the DCU? And James Gunn said this: yes, most definitely. The DCU will be connected across film and TV and animation. Now, animation is the one I would really want to focus on because we all know that we're probably not going to get Zack Snyder's saga completed in live action. But who's to say that we can get it concluded in animation form? It won't be like a huge scheduling conflict for all the actors. They could do all the voiceovers. It'll be easy, quote unquote easy, and they can conclude Zack Snyder's story in animation, and Zack Snyder could come back. And James Gunn also said this on Twitter. James Gunn says DC Studios will have an open continuity with DC Comics publishing. Very interesting. I'm a huge fan of the comics and hope that whatever we do will lead to more people reading DC Comics and vice versa. But Peter Safran and I are not in charge of the comics. Now, that would be a huge monumental undertaking in making everything continuity from now on, like the animation, the comics, the movies, the video games. It would be awesome because I would love to see that shit. But will they actually do that? Like, will it work cohesively? I think they will, because James Gunn and Peter Safran are huge nerds and they love the source material, a la Zack Snyder and more than most executives who are in charge of these comic book properties. They could do it.
It's impossible. It's not. We cannot afford it. It's impossible. So that is not going to happen. No.
And what I love is they really want to focus back on DC animation, because as of late, DC animation has been slacking, bro. I was like, what is this? Like, most of the animation hasn't really hit for me. Like, I want DC animation to be at its peak. Like, I want it back like the golden days, like Superman, Batman Apocalypse, or Batman Mask of the Phantasm, or Superman and Lois and stuff like that. Like, that's where they really want to focus on. And again, if you want Zack Snyder, like, Zack Snyder could come back if James Gunn and Peter Safran decide, like, okay, listen, we're not going to do this in live action, but we could do this in animation form. Like, you can conclude your story. Like, you can bring back Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, Ezra Miller, and end your story in animation. And that would be awesome. Now, at first I was against it because I thought, like, okay, well, we still have a chance to see Zack Snyder's story come in live action. But now that's like looking more and more likely that won't happen. We could do it in animation. And DC animation, like I said, DC animation, even though as of late it's been kind of but back then, fucking when DC animation was at its peak, bruh, it was glorious. So I would love to see Zack Snyder come back and direct his Zack Snyder's saga in animation form. Like, why not? We just saw it in Teen Titans, and Teen Titans was awesome. Like, we saw the nightmare sequence in Teen Titans Go. Bruh, come on. I was losing my mind. I was like, holy shit. Like, this is absolutely fantastic. This is amazing. And you telling me that you can do that in animation form with Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2 and Part 3 as his own little Elseworld story? Come on now. Like, don't play with me. Of course we could do this shit. Now, whether or not they will do it, that's a whole nother story. I think they should do it because I think, that would really bring back the prestige to DC animation again. And of course, people will lose their mind. And I'm telling you right now, Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2, Part 3 in animation form as his own Elseworld story would sell out like hotcakes, bro. So if I'm James Gunn and Peter Safran, I'm putting that in the back of my mind. It's like, you know what? Like, we can have it both ways. Like, you can please the fan base with Zack Snyder's Justice League in animation, and we can continue on with our own DCU plans going forward. I think it's a win-win for everybody. So we shall see what they do. But as always, hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. Join the Truth Army. Should if you like the video, be so kind. And as always, push your comments down below and give me your thoughts. To me, I think this is a win-win. I'm super excited. I love hearing that everything's gonna be connected like the MCU, but in DC form. I think that's a great idea, and I think that's the way they should do it. Comics, animation, video games, movies, all connected. Green Lantern stuff, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Come on, bro. Get hyped, get amped. Oof. And as always, love you guys. Stay safe. Truth out.
I'll eat your ass. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass first.